Uh, 2 wins out of 14. Yet another loss. Yet another match where we didn't win. But you know what? I'm not blaming Potter for this. I'm really not blaming Potter for this. I thought we probably deserve something out of that, if not a win.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Borussia Dortmund 1, Chelsea 0. That's how the match has ended the first leg. There is, in my personal opinion, hope. Hopefully there is some hope at Stamford Bridge. We can do something. It's not a big margin. The things that I'm about to say today, some of you guys may not appreciate this because obviously it's another match that goes by without us winning. You know, obviously we lost 2 wins out of 14. It's not good. You know, any other Chelsea manager in the past would have been chopped, absolutely chopped by now, would have been sacked, would have been shown the door and never to have seen the lights of Chelsea Football Club ever again. But this particular match, I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I can't blame Graham Potter. And if anything, I don't think this 1-0 victory is deserved for Borussia Dortmund. We created some decent enough chances. A lot of people are saying, Miz, we don't have a system, this, that, the other. Like, look, you can't expect a system to materialize so quickly. I've never expected a system. My issues with Graham Potter was always that I just want to see little bits and pieces of improvements. And I want to see some grit. I want to see the ability when the backs are against the wall to still come out and perform and get those odd victories here and there. I understand philosophy, system, style, they take time. I get that. So I'm not going to, hold his head on this particular match to say, oh, where was the system? But in my preview, I said this is a match set up to counterattack. And I wanted us to play in a counterattacking fashion. And that's exactly how the first half ended up being. And if you want to talk a bit tactically, I think tactically we were a little bit smart. Kai Havertz drifting on that right side in the first half, knowing that Rafael Guerreiro bombs up. There was a lot of through balls that was coming from João Felix, getting to Kai Havertz in those right side areas. Kai wasn't central all the time. Kai was, in fact, on the right side and bringing those balls in for João Felix. João Felix, if anything, should have scored 2 in the first half. He had 2 big opportunities. We should have been 2-0 up, if not maybe 2-1, because Dortmund, I think, had 1 opportunity as well in their end. Did Dortmund look like more of a cohesive unit? Was their passing a lot more crisp? Was their movement a lot more, ecstatic? Of course. They're a better team. They've gelled. Their unit together have in terms of their chemistry is far greater than our team at the moment. But I think as a game, we didn't have a bad first half. Second half as well, when we came out, I was worried. Second half is when we generally do poorly. Second half, I thought when it first kicked off and up until the first 15 minutes of the second, I was thinking maybe we can get a winner here. And even before Adeyemi got that counter, which we'll talk about that counter, it looked like we were probably gonna, look like we gave the situation that we were going to score. And after they scored as well, there was a goal line clearance. There was another opportunity for João Felix that João probably should have capitalized on. That should have had a hat-trick. And all of this stuff that's being said, on this particular, match. You look at the expected goals. We were ahead. We're ahead in the expected goals. I think Chelsea had a 2.05 expected goals and we didn't score any. And I believe Dortmund, I think 1.35, and they get that goal. So, look, once again, the curse of us not being able to score, that seems to be an issue. I expected maybe João Felix is able to score at least 1 out of those chances that fell for him. But I don't know what it is. Whenever these players, they join Chelsea, the goals just don't come anymore. But look, overall, I thought the lineup was quite good. I went for, in my preview, I went for a back 3, but quite brave for Potter to continue on with the back 4. He didn't want to, rattle that back 4 formation that we've been playing for the past few games. He wanted to continue with that so that players are not feeling that plans are getting chopped and changed here and there. They wanted to continue on that with that plan, which they've been doing, which is fine. I probably wouldn't have used Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I would have gone with Kovacic, but I understand why Ruben Loftus-Cheek started because maybe Kovac is just coming back from injury, just easing him in. He didn't even feature, so that I found it a bit strange. Up front, Kai Havertz, I wouldn't have played Kai Havertz. I probably would have played someone like João Felix as a false 9. But then again, I was going with a back 3. But, Potter's opted for another attacking player, so it's fine. Look, for me, this is not deserved. I feel like it should have been at least a draw, if not a Chelsea victory. In regards to some, personal individual performances, look, for me, the standout player, even with all the misses, I think it's been João Felix. He's been the standout attacker for us. Kai Havertz the question still remains, right? The question still remains: Are you gonna step up in this particular season? This season's slowly evaporating, and with that, his Chelsea career is evaporating. Ziyech at times was okay, at times horrible. I know there's a lot of people out there that have been saying that now Ziyech had a very good game. No, he didn't. Not a very good game. There were moments where he was not good, got bullied off the ball. Some of his crosses going straight to the goalkeeper, we've seen. But there have been moments where it's been good as well. Some of the crosses looked entertaining and it looked like it could threaten. And some of the overall link up with certain players looked good. But overall, 50-50, to be honest. Enzo Fernandez, I don't think this was his best match. And I'm not taking anything away just because of the counter attack. And this is what I've said. We've seen Jorginho get done by counter attack like that. We've seen N'Golo Kante get counter attacked like that and get done, the last man defending. And I've always said it's about the structure of the team, how you set yourself up, set pieces. What is your plan? You have to anticipate that the opposition will catch you perhaps in a counter. What do you do? And I feel like maybe in that situation, we were a little bit naive. But then again, it's so difficult, man. I mean, Adeyemi is fast. And, it just felt nicely for him. And he ran at a particular player that isn't the quickest. And I'm not saying Enzo Fernandez is some slow coach. He's not. But when Adeyemi is running directly at you and Enzo Fernandez is backtracking, it's difficult. So, look, fantastic finish from Dortmund. But I have belief that at the bridge, hopefully we can turn this around. We have to turn things around. I mean, I said it after the West Ham game that what are we doing with Graham Potter? What are we doing? If we get knocked out from by Dortmund, then what are we doing? And then all these articles dropped. And it gave me the vibe that the owners, it doesn't matter. And this is what I've been saying. This is a write-off season. For me, this is a write-off season because they're going to keep Graham Potter. They will stick by Graham Potter. With hook or crook, whether you like it or not, they are sticking by Graham Potter. We could get eliminated by Dortmund and we potentially might not even beat Southampton next up. We are still keeping Graham Potter. And it looks like the judgment will happen from next season. It's a shame because I don't want to give someone just a free hit like that, but that's how it's been portrayed. We're going to stay patient. But today's performance, I don't think it was that bad. In fact, I thought it was good. We should have got something out of it. We really should have got something out of it. In defense, we looked fairly good. Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Kepa all looked nice. Chilwell had a decent enough game as well. The one name that's been, and Reece James has been okay. One name that's been dropping quite heavily is Mudryk. Mudryk seems to be the name that everyone has been saying, look, no doubt Mudryk had a bad game. There were certain touches that reminded me of Timo Werner. Some people are already on his back and already slandering him. He's not even played 5 matches. I don't even think he's played 5 matches for Chelsea. We need to stay patient. There was still a couple of really decent passes from him where he was trying to find those through passes, whether it's Havertz, whether it's Chilwell. We have to stay patient. We need to understand that he hasn't had a, preseason. He's going to be rusty. But it's too early to give up on him. Wait till we see at least 10, 15, 20 matches, and then we can start talking about whether he's, got the adaptation or not. But right now, I think all of these unnecessary hate towards Mudryk is mad. A few people are saying, well, Chilwell played today and Mudryk's still poor. Look, I don't think we should be looking at it in that manner. Substitutions really didn't cause any damage, to be honest. But then again, what can I say? This is the cards that Graham Potter is dealt. If the subs can't make a difference, they can't make a difference. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, for me, okay. Some people will tell you he was fantastic. I don't think he was fantastic. I barely even saw him at times. But, did a job. I need someone different in that particular position. And in the summer, I definitely need Ruben Loftus-Cheek gone. Yeah, and overall, that's pretty much it. I don't think anyone else, deserves any negativity. It's just the usual suspects. Kai Havertz, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Ziyech. They're probably the ones that haven't been that great. And obviously, Mudryk in this match hasn't been great. João Felix, as I said, was a standout. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, look, we move on to Stamford Bridge, and I hope we can get the victory. The margin isn't that much. It's only a 1 goal, and we'll see what happens. I'm not going to blame Potter for this particular game. I'm really not going to blame Potter for this game. I don't think he could have done anything else. I don't think he could have done anything different. But let me know how you feel about this particular match, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section below. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys with a live tomorrow. Until then, see ya.